to the House of Witchcraft. I'm Taryn S., witch, an author, and lucky enough to call myself High Priestess. I've been in the community now for 40 years, and during that time, I think I've learned a little something. Today I want to talk about one witch's point of view on the goddess Inanna. And I know for some of you witches out there, you be vibing all up on Inanna. All right, within our tradition, we encourage our witches to journey with different gods and goddesses that are associated with witchcraft magic. And Inanna is one of those. She is also known as Ishtar for some folks. I've got my personal notes, so I'm going to read from those. I want to tell you what I've learned through experience. Not about reading it, not about Googling it. Let me tell you what Inanna has revealed to me. What I have learned from giving honor, reverence, and respect to her altars. All right? And these are my notes. This is one witch's point of view. Okay? This is a witch's experience. What I want you witches to do is go have your own experience. Okay? Inanna, she is the deity of light, love, death, and the evening star. When you want to give honor to her, when you want to connect to her, the best time is to do it near moving waters. I've always found if there's water moving around, it just really seems to bring Inanna in. Or when Venus, the planet Venus, is present in the night sky. Now that does not mean that you cannot set an altar up to her at other times. These are just what I've learned to be good times to do it. And other folks as well like those times, all right? One of the things that Inanna does is she shows preference to hermaphrodites, bisexual, and asexual folks. What does that mean? Well, to put it really bluntly, she likes those better than other people. It doesn't mean she doesn't like us. I'm a heterosexual white female, all right? But I can still embrace it. It teaches me to embrace all of those other choices, those other options, those other ways of looking at the world that within my preference I may not be aware of. So seek her out regardless is what I'm saying. She guides us in journeys of self-transformation, no matter who you are. She's the goddess that when you are trying to find your authentic self, all right, this is a goddess you may want to connect with. She will help you on that journey, all right? And Inanna is actually one of the oldest known goddesses, and a lot of her stories, if you get into them, are about the birth, the life, the death, and the rebirth process. She teaches us about the circle of life, all right? And her feast day, the day that when you want to sit up and celebrate all things Inanna, is spring equinox on or about March 21st. And a lot of folks have a large altar set up. That's a feast day of Inanna, all right? It's about telling her stories. It's about telling other folks, like what I'm doing right now, about how she's affected me personally, okay? And my personal note that I have about Inanna, what I have learned 40 years, what has Inanna revealed to me is I am that which is within from the beginning to the end and again. And I'll let you're like, what? I am that which is within from the beginning to the end and again. That was the message that one evening as we are just, I'm not going to say invoking or evoking, we're welcoming Inanna into our space, and I scribbled that down. And that was probably 20 years ago I scribbled that down. And I found that that's Inanna. That is who Inanna is. She's that which is within us. She is that strength that we need to draw upon. And she also teaches us to be accepting. And I think in today's world, that's something a lot of folks need a dose of. All right? Okay. Oh, I also want to tell you, let me get to the other side of my page. When we talk about what do we want to do for, what are our offerings for Inanna, or the offerings I use. Actually, I like to, this is for me another morning goddess where I like wine and honey at sunrise. I also do this with the goddess Inanna. I also like to burn cedar, incense, cedar chips, just cedar. Cedar feels so right for Inanna to me. And again, this is about finding out what incense works for you with your relationship with her. So don't be sticking going, oh, I got to burn this. All right. Also, when you're setting up her altars, 7 is her sacred number. So consider sitting your space up in 7s, somehow making the 7 work. And Inanna also is one of those deities, energies that you want to bring out your finest. You want to dress up for. This is the time to pull out that witchy gown, put it all on, and sit your altar up and celebrate the finery of Inanna. All right? And let's see. Oh, and Inanna is also another one in which we may want to use representations of her when we are creating talismans for love. That little bit of energy in there seems to add really well, I've learned too. All right, witches, thank y'all for joining me. I just can't tell you how happy I am every time I see someone subscribed. Just, oh my gosh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You make all of this worth it. And so with that said, to all you other witches, press the subscribe button, press the notify button. Please help support the House of Witchcraft. We're here for you. We're trying to give back the knowledge that was so freely given to us. All right, witches, have a bright, blessed day. And you know, as always, amen. Blessed be. Ashe and I,